I have a
Nice
question.
it.
I have a question, guys, from The Voice, our loyal listener.
Okay.
So he has a question for you guys. Okay?
We're ready.
Hi, twins. How are you doing today? I have a question to ask you guys. Have you ever performed a sex prank or sex joke to ex-boyfriends in the past?
Meaning, like, you know how you might leave the room and then go to the washroom and then your sister might go in and then them type of switcheroos kind of thing?
We honestly, we did like a YouTube prank where like she was calling my ex, but we never did anything like
her
intimately.
ex and pretend I was talking to her ex, so she would think that. But you know me,
I low key believed it, but then because the guy was a slime, so it was like
Slime.
You're kind of
he was such a slime, so it would make sense. But it wouldn't make sense. I don't know why the fuck you believe me doing that shit, but
yeah,
that's the only thing.
The video's on our channel. You guys can see what we're talking about, but
that's the only thing we've ever done because honestly, I feel like some guy, if the guy believed it and was in on like getting with my sister, I'd be so mad, and I'd be like, you know, I'd just like fuck you.
But that's a good question from The Voice, right? Like, I think it would work. I feel like we could catch like a lot of guys lacking. Like,
if we didn't like make it known that we were doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Low key, they know, and they're just like,
that's some like mischievous thing. Like you're there with your guy, and then you're like, okay, give me 1 second, and then you go to the washroom or you leave the room, and then your sister walks in, and then he's not gonna know.
I could see that.
Honestly, I'm too.
Tia and Tamara is the first thing I think of that used to do that on TV and stuff, like where they used to switch roles and stuff. But they were identical.
Yeah. They were identical, so I feel like they could just do that. But for us, like,
I think I will show you and test the guy, like how well he really pays attention to you. Because if he can't tell that there's small features different or there's something off,
and I'm jealous, like. I'm jealous. Like even if he touched her thinking it was me, I'm gonna be butthurt. Like
I wouldn't do that to you.
I would just be butthurt. Like even though you thought it was me, you touched my sister. Like,
we wouldn't. That's the thing. We wouldn't do that to each other. Maybe if it was someone that we didn't really, care about. But
one time, remember my ex? I don't want to say his name because you don't deserve
privacy respected.
Yeah, but and you don't deserve to be mentioned. Period. But he kissed your cheek by accident because he thought I was.
Oh my gosh! I remember. I tried to like erase that memory because you got mad at me, and I was like,
"No, I didn't get mad at you.
You got mad.
I got mad at. Did I get mad?
You got mad at the situation because you ended up being collateral damage.
Yes,
exactly. And that's the worst part about it. That it's not that you did it voluntarily. It's just you
got
caught in the situation.
You didn't talk to me.
I think because I was just in my feelings. I was like, "Oh my god!" Did he kiss you on the lips?
No.
It was on the
like, cheek graze.
It was like we were in this like squished back seat. There was like 6 of us, and like she was on my lap, and he was here. And I guess like our bodies were kind of like attached.
Yeah, it was like squishing. He thought it was me, but he's such a slimy. Probably
no,
didn't.
I don't think because I don't think he did.
Yeah, like he probably fucking knew.
Like sorry, not sorry.
Fucking weird man.
He was. I don't think it was intentional though at all because like I wouldn't let that happen. I was just like sitting there.
Yeah,
I would never do that. And
she would never.
No, and it happens, right? So I just wanted to know like if that was a realistic type of situation. So. What makes you a badass since you have a song called Badass?
But I make it right back. I'm addicted, they say I'm like crack. Pretty slim thick, I'm a hurt.
Individually, you guys both have to answer. So like what would make you a qualified badass?
Honestly, I think being a boss, just like doing your own shit, not copying everyone. A lot of these girls they'd see other women do something, I'm gonna do it. Or I just think being a boss, being a boss is to have your money straight, have confidence, being secure with yourself, not worried about everybody else.
I'm going to add to how you are a badass because I'm watching them from the sideline. My sister's a badass because when this girl walks in a room, it's a presence. This is a badass. When you walk in the room,
this is a
you make a presence. And I'm saying that because I've watched it firsthand.
But for yourself.
Okay, I know. But I had to say that because, you missed that part. When you walk in a room,
she's so sweet.
Presence. I think what makes me a badass is that I really come to terms with myself. Growing up, you really doubt yourself. And as I've been saying through this whole thing, is like you have to love yourself. So I'm a badass because I love myself.
Period.
You have to love yourself. It's not about how I look. I'm confident with this and without the makeup, with this and track pants. And that makes me a badass because I can do both. but I get empowerment from doing both. And I think also, as you said, badass, not, you said money, but not, you know, having all this money and stuff, but I can support myself.
So yeah,
I can
to not
support
rely
myself.
on a man, rely on your parents, have your own money type.
And you have to be able to be comfortable with that. I can stand here and confidently say, I'm come to terms with myself.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need anybody.
So is a baddie and a badass two different things, or is it just the way that you term it when somebody's?
I think like
two different.
the badass has a spice. Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm a badass.
Because you said boss. I see badass and boss kind of.
Yeah.
Baddie's more like, I'm a baddie. Like,
I'm a baddie.
Yeah.
Badass. I'm a badass. Like don't play with me.
That's a good, I like that. That's a
I never really thought of
baddie.
But you put relevance to the name.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're two different things. What do you guys think? Comment.
Comment
Badass?
getting strong. So
Badass?
comment below the video. Let us know.
I don't know.
So here's another question about on the intimacy side. Like, have you both had a threesome with a person because they thought you guys were like really into that kind of sexual promiscuousness about what some people think twins portray? Like you're just down to do some kinky stuff. Like,
I just
Incest.
no. I feel like it's just weird. Like I could
as you
never.
should. I mean,
Yeah,
it's normal, right? Nobody should assume that because you're sisters,
Yeah.
you want to like.
A lot of guys, I think they feel that way. Like,
little
oh,
fantasy.
that's like a.
I bang them both.
Yeah, like yeah. Oh, on my TikTok or on our TikTok,
Yeah.
it's always, I want both.
Yeah.
You
no.
can't get both, honey. Pick one. The fuck.
No.
But there are some twins who do like have OnlyFans, or there are some twins that do in like sexual things together.
Yeah,
Not
for sure.
directly on each other, but like they'll do like explicit photos, they'll do suggestive things, like they'll do a lot of the suggestive stuff. Because then it becomes an incestual thing if it's more sex with each other. Right?
That's
it's
why-
more incestual. So I know that a lot of twins play on that idea of sexuality and they do sexual things that makes them promiscuous and stuff. So have you guys ever had like a threesome where it was one guy wanted both of you and you guys were like, fuck it, let's just, you know, have some fun or whatever?
Honestly, no.
Never.
I don't
Just because we're so like. We're very like, on edge. We're like we would.
I've never had a
Yeah.
threesome.
I never even had a
So
threesome.
I don't think we would start off with each other. So I don't know. I can never.
That will
picture
never happen.
Yeah, that will never. So all your fantasies, that will never happen. I'm sorry. You know, you could write.
But you
it
can't
and-
stop a guy from trying, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they can think whatever they want as long as, you know, it motivates them to be a subscriber.
Yeah,
and
like,
support the
yeah.
support the brand.
Just think about it, but it will never really happen.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like
Yeah, a lot of people do
Disclaimers
say that, though.
made.
They do
Yeah.
say that though.
they
But
do.
it's a thing, right? There are some people who have that as like their fetish, or when they would see you, they'd be like excited and be like, "Oh man, both of them, whoa!"
Yeah.
Wait, actually-
She's a good interviewer. She knows what these mans are thinking.
I do know Toronto mans, I do. However, I'm also talking on a large scale where you're gonna have fans. Like, you're new to the music industry, and I'm also, I would say, not fully retired, but I'm also a rapper as well, and I've done music and music videos and all the shebang.
Let's play her chat.
Yeah,
I want to hear this.
On the spot. My music is very explicit, so I do have taken the
Ooh.
sexual route. I couldn't do very light
I like
music.
that though. I want to hear it now.
But like good for fucking. Do you like do that
And I
shit?
wanna hear
Like,
it,
I'm interested already.
And my titles
caught my
are
attention.
very raw, so it's like
Give us one.
the filters on my stuff is like interesting. And speaking of twins, I will tell you one of my songs. I have a song called I want to fuck two niggas at the same time. And that is a track.
Yes, sir.
But it's funny because we're talking about the twin aspect, right? So I did have that fantasy, and a lot of people do have fantasies when they talk about twins or whatever. But
Yeah.
that song originated from two guys that weren't related, that
That
looked
just
similar.
both you want.
And I saw, but
both.
then I met twins after that I said, okay, I can do this with. And
they were
it didn't
probably down.
happen, but at the same time, the idea is it's a thing for certain people. So I'm just giving you my female perspective on when I had that idea about two guys. And then I thought of when I actually met like two really attractive twins, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right?
But what was the reason it didn't happen with the twins?
Okay, I won't call names, but I will say this, that one of them I did involve myself with, and the other one I could have, but it was awkward. I felt like,
So it could have happened, but it was your choice. Huh?
yes, I had an emotional attachment to one, and the other one could have been just
Yeah.
like a fuck friend or whatever.
It's like,
But
no.
I just felt like it was like a betrayal. So the fantasy.
Allizae, and I got what
Is
you
this it? Is this it?
I got what you need.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
you're hard.
You found that one? That one's called I Got What You
He's
Want.
quick with it.
I got
I'm
what
quick
you
with the
need.
draw,
I
yo.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yo,
Why
you
you
down to
say-
hop on a chat?
I haven't recorded in like almost 2 years.
Your voice
but
is nice.
I like
got
a
what
little
you want.
sexy.
Ooh.
I don't know. Is it a possible collab for the
Yo,
Deuces
can
and
we do
Allizae?
it?
I don't know.
Yo,
man.
we're about it if you're about it. The fuck?
She gonna bring that sexual.
She
I'll
had
probably
the
just bring the
sexual-
audio. I don't know about being in music video and all that anymore.
Girl, you look good as fuck. Fuck you.
Maybe
mean.
I might. I don't know.
Guys, tell this girl that
Friday, am
comment.
I in retirement or am I out?
Friday,
We
you better
talked
answer.
about
Friday.
this. No,
Answer that right.
she's coming out of retirement
Let's
today.
go, yo.
Yo, it's never too
New
late.
music
We're
video.
gonna do it. Yo,
Putting
we're
him on.
planning
It's
it.
on the way. Let's go.
History.
Because
is
I
making.
actually fuck with your voice. You have that little.
I got what you want. It's stuck in my head right now. I got what you want. Hey, the two twins.
Oh shit.
She want both.
Yo, we might.
But that song that's not the song though. He can't. I don't even know if you can find that one. Fuck.
Yeah,
Two
find that
Niggas.
one. Come on. I want.
Is it on like Apple Music?
No, I used to have it streamable, but then like it does cost money, and that's what people don't
Yeah.
understand about the music game. You have to put a lot of money in to have
Thank
your
you.
stuff
People,
out there.
people be hating, and it's like, yo, you don't know how much money and effort has been put. You had to record the song, record the video.
registration
Like,
and
it's like,
all of that.
How,
SoCan, you have to think
so
about
you still
TuneCore.
gotta do that.
TuneCore, like you have to register your music, especially if it's authentic, and you can't just get a beat and think
Yeah.
you're gonna like monetize it
Yeah,
on
TuneCore or
YouTube.
DistroKid, any of the two, any
Yeah.
one of those two.
So I was on TuneCore, and the thing is, like, you have to pay for your subscription. But if my music wasn't being bought like that, because everybody just wants to go on, YouTube and just watch music videos
Mhm.
and not want to stream the music. So
Yeah, that's what I think.
I'm not sure if it's on there actually, but it could be on what's it called again? SoundCloud.
She's depriving you guys from this.
Come on, I want
No,
to
no,
hear
people
that.
are used to my shit. Don't get it
I
twisted.
want. I
was-
want to hear.
I was out there for a hot minute, and then I take a little back seat.
coming
Can you
back.
tell me the
Well-
reason why you?
We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. She's interviewing y'all. So.
Yeah,
Put it
yeah.
in that spot.
I'm
we
literally
did. It's on
so
my-
interested in her. I'm
Friday,
like,
it's on my SoundCloud though. As if it's inspiring, hey,
It is.
I don't
I
mind.
love your
Like,
voice for real. No cap. Your voice
Thank
is.
you.
It's stuck in my head right now. I got what you want. I like it. What?
Yes.
Like,
don't forget the explicit part. Fuck my type and make this pussy.
I love it. I love it.
Sorry, I just gotta drop it. But yeah, like
bucket tight.
fuck my type pussy and make this pussy pop,
Oh, make it pot. She make it what?
pop.
Pot.
pop,
Pot. Pot.
pop. Let it smoke.
DJ Friday in the building.
All right. Next
Okay,
next
yeah. But let's not get caught up in me, guys.
Move on.
Yes.
Move on.
So, but that's the thing. That's where the reference came in. Though I did have a song called "Fuck Two Niggas" at the same time, and it was about that experience. But I did find when it really came down to it, because I already had an emotional attachment towards one, it made it all the more awkward. Even though I was so tempted by the other one, and that one was so cunning and was always trying to like fuck with my head, like trying to make it like a telepathy thing. And then it's like when that, because I was around that one for like a certain amount of time, and they were trying to fuck with me mentally, and then acting like they were inhabiting that person's like
But did they
personality.
know?
Yeah, did they both
know?
Yes.
Oh.
They both knew that like I was capable of doing it with both of them, but one they knew that I was talking to the one.
But
yeah.
did the other
And the one
know?
didn't really want me to engage. Like it's
Yeah, that's what
we
I'm
were
saying. Like, was he,
talking,
like,
so it's
jealous
just
a
like
little
It's just
yeah.
in reality, it's too much.
Yeah.
The fantasy's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, the fantasies. You're so good at putting like
The
it together.
fantasy's different than the
different.
reality of it.
It's
Yeah.
different.
And
That's
again,
it.
people watch porn, right? They see all these things go down and they
Yeah.
don't understand. It's scripted. I mean,
Yeah.
the script is created for this visualization of what you want to see.
Yeah.
So when you're talking to a real girl or real twins, they're not going to be like, hey.
Yeah.
Can we talk about
And,
that?
and
Because
yeah,
it's
mans
all
will
very-
DM her and then or
Yeah,
DM me,
this is
and then we don't have
hilarious.
time, so they'll DM the next one.
That's actually about the DMs.
Like, do you
That's
not
that.
think we
It's
talk?
weird. We got the same.
One time, she's talking. She's like, "Oh, this guy's Snapchatting me." I'm like, she says, "I'm like, oh, what's the name?" She says the name. I'm like, "Oh,
He's on YouTube.
It- that's like, I know that
He's
one.
just trying to double his odds at the same
Yeah.
time. So you can't wrong him because, I mean, sometimes he's thinking, like, if one doesn't answer, one will.
It's
Yeah.
so
I really
frequent
have
though.
to-
Every single one. Every single one.
Okay, guys, so we are going to take a short little break, and we're going to have some
Really bad.
games coming after the break. We're going to play Who is the Biggest Slut?
Ow!
She's doing the sound effect.
Oh my god, the thing feels so different without no headphones.
Yes. Okay.